Chapter 28. Clooney lay with his one good eye half opened. From beneath its slitted lid he watched Sella the vixen. The sly old devil was up to something. He was certain of it. Clooney had secretly questioned Fangburn about the conversation that had gone on between Sella and her son. There was no doubt about it. The foxes were trying to dupe the warlord. Clooney had cursed Fangburn 20 times, 20 different kinds of an idiot. Fancy not being able to read and allowing Sella to write out a message. Imagine letting Chickenhound go free without getting the scroll read. If he had been a little fitter, he would have personally slain his oafish captain. But as it was, Clooney kept silent about the fox healing powers to regain his health and strength. Meanwhile, Clooney the Scourge made his own counter-espionage move. He allowed Sella to minister to his wounds, but he secretly stopped taking the herbs and potions to help him sleep. The next morning, Chickenhound returned. He carried a bag laden with medical ingredients. Clooney feigned sleep, but secretly he observed the foxes closely. They nodded and winked at each other quite a bit. They were reasonably sure he was asleep. The two hurried and whispered conversation, and though unfortunately he could not hear what they said, their behavior was secret enough to make Clooney sure that he was right. They were planning a double cross. Clooney did not tell any of his officers of his suspicions. He kept everything to himself. This way he could have no possible leak of secrets. Clooney was content to watch and wait, getting a little stronger each day. Then after a while he came up with a fiendishly simple idea. He ordered the room to be cleared. He wished to be alone so he could rest. While he was quite sure that he could not be disturbed, Clooney took a quill and parchment from the bedside table. He drew a diagram complete with pointing arrows, horde positions, lines of attack and defense, together with written instructions. It was a plan for the second full-scale invasion of Redwall Abbey. Clooney made it clear that the success of the attack depended solely on the battering ram breaking through the main gate. When he had finished writing, Clooney pushed the parchment under his pillow, taking care to leave just one small corner of it jutting out. His officers would be too slow and dull to notice it, a tiny scrap of parchment showing from beneath the pillow. As if they should. There would be no importance to it, but Sella the fox would. Clooney settled down to wait. Fangburn and Redtooth returned with their captive guest an hour later. Clooney stretched himself luxurious and yawned aloud. I had a nice peaceful nap without you three chattering about the room and creating noise. How's that tree felling coming along? Clooney leaned on a spear. Shouldn't it take much longer, Chief. I've ordered some of them to get good blaze going down the trunk. Can be fired and hardened. Clooney flexed his injured tail slowly. Good. Make sure all the large branches are cut off close to the trunk. It makes it easier to carry. Now, Fox, how about changing these bandages and giving me something to make me sleep tonight? That stuff you gave me yesterday wasn't of much use. I was tossing and turning for hours before I got any rest. Sella made a sweeping surveillance courtesy. Now that was my son who brought me new ingredients. I certainly will give you medicine to make you sleep, sir. I guarantee you'll go off like a bug to a bucket, if you pardon the expression, sir. Just as long as it gets me to sleep, said Clooney, smiling inwardly. That night, Clooney allowed Redtooth and Fangburn to guzzle their fill from a cask of barley wine that had been found in the church cellars. He gave Sella permission to drink also. Clooney watched the fox pretend to drink as much of the barley wine as the rat captains. While she was doing this, Sella could also pretend to make his sleeping medicine. Clooney and Sella continued their pantomime, neither letting a drop pass their lips. It was late night. Clooney joined in snores of his drunken officers. The room was comfortably warm. A lone candle flickered in its socket. Clooney felt the pillow move slightly. Sella was taking the bait. Clooney gave an imitation snore and smacked his lips contentedly. Some day he must learn to play chess. He bet himself he would be unbeatable. Clooney also made a wager with himself that the plans would be back safely tucked under his pillow by morning, and Sella would have an accurate copy of them hiding away somewhere. Now, if he could catch a few hours of sleep. No doubt the mice would be interested to learn out his scheme to attack the main gate with a battering ram. They would have strengthened the gatehouse and deploy the main body of defenders into the immediate area. Clooney would have laughed out loud. While they were defending the gate, he would be tunneling under the southwest corner of the abbey wall.